About Marjane Strapi, we could say that she was born on Iran in 1969. She studied at the French Lyceum until the bilingual schools were abolished. She lived through the whole revolution, for which she had to move to Vienna at the age of 14 years to complete her education. She wrote Persepolis as a reminder of what was her childhood and the influence of a theocratic state in her education. The book tells the story of the childhood of Marjane Strapi in Iran. Her mother and father supported the revolution against the emperor until it acquired an Islamist character. In this picture, we can see Marjane and her parents must lie to avoid being attacked by people who were against the revolution. Marjane Strapi talks about the revolution as something natural, like a girl telling her friends a story. She described the times of oppression of Iran, first the emperors, then the invasion of the Arabs of the West, and then the Mongols, and finally the modern imperialism. In her family context, it was normal to talk about the revolution, to support it. Marjane was a pretty enlightened girl. Her parents allowed her to read about the revolution and war. It was so natural for her that she even discussed those ideas with her friends at school. In consequence of having read so much about the Iranian Revolution and revolutionary leaders around the world, she wants to become one of them, to emulate the values she considers correct, justice and love. One night, she hears her parents talking about a massacre at the Rex cinema. The police did nothing to save the people who were inside the cinema and who were burned alive. Her parents decided to leave the following day to a demonstration against the emperor's regime. One day at school, a teacher tells Marjane that the emperor was chosen by God, which is a lie. Her father trying to explain that one night the grandfather of the current emperor, who was a soldier, met with some friends to plan a republic. That was the beginning of the emperor regime. Another person, an important English, heard about the projects of the emperor's grandfather and told him that beyond a republic there would be better to be an emperor with a divine endowment. What Marjane didn't know was that when the emperor's father took the power, he took everything from her family, left them in poverty, and Marjane's mother and her brothers had to overcome so many difficulties. After the grandmother visit, in which she understands a part of the reason for the revolution, there are still so many doubts that she tried to clarify by reading about revolution. The atmosphere is still very tense. In Iran, the pressure of the people from the emperor to resign was getting stronger and stronger every single day. Part of the story, Marjane talks about Mary, who was 10 years older. She was welcomed by Marjane's parents when she was only 8 years old. She took care of Marjane. She didn't know how to read, she didn't know how to write, but one day Mary fell in love with a boy, her neighbor. They write letters, but those letters were written by Marjane because Mary didn't know how to read or how to write. The big problem was when Mary's father discovered this relationship. He showed up at the neighbor's house and told him that Mary was actually the maid. That was true, not his daughter. The boy never spoke with Mary again. Mary could not stop thinking about why social classes were so important. When the emperor's regime ended, and all the people who were unjustly imprisoned were released, 2 ex-prisoners arrived at Strapi's house to tell how it was to be imprisoned.